Hey there, it's Jeff, and recently on a live stream some people asked me how I do some things in my bullet journal, so I thought since it was the beginning of the week, I'd show you how I do my weekly summary spread. This is something that I use to help me track the week from a main one-page spread, which then allows me to do 7 days over the next, so it's constantly an 8-page of repeating spreads. So let's head on over to the desk. You can watch me set this up. Okay, let's get started. Now, what I'm using here is a Leuchtturm 1917 journal that has been specifically created for bullet journal. It has dots in it, and instead of squares or rules. And what I will be using besides that is I will be using a ballpoint pen. This is a .035 ballpoint by Pilot. I got that off of Amazon. This is a 03 Sakura Micron pen, although I think they're calling them Pigmas now. And I got that from Michaels. And then I have 2 stencils that I normally use when I do my weekly spread. I got these again also off of Amazon. So I've already drawn the week itself. Okay, and I did this with a ruler and a gel pen. Now, as you can see, I got some blobs in here, so I am probably not going to be using gel pens again for this. I just bought a pack of Stabilos, which are 0.48 millimeter pens that are all different colors. I have the set of 30 colors. So I'll be using those in future, so any future times you see me doing anything with color, I will go ahead and be using those pens. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stencil, and this is going to be the projects for the week. I line up this with these dots here, so it's a little hard to see on the camera, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots in this shape here with the curves going off these edges. So I'm going to take my micro liner and put it down, and then just slowly go around like that. Okay. And then we'll move over to roughly the center. This doesn't have to be exact. Do the same thing, find 6 dots, line them up like that, micro liner down, and around like that. There we go. All right. Then the third thing that I am tracking, I need to make sure is roughly about 8 centimeters up from the bottom. So I'm going to move this up. Starting from the bottom and go 8 centimeters. So 1, 2, 1. Okay, so right about there. Perfect. And that's the only time I'm going to use the fine liner here, the micro liner. So you're done with that. I'm going to take that, put that down. Okay. Now, since this is going to be my work projects, scoot this down. This is my work, my day job stuff. These will be personal projects. And then this will be meal planning. And here I'm just tracking what we're having for dinner because I've been tracking that in a different way over the months that I've been doing this. You'll notice I have like a little spoon here where I put, like that day we had pizza. For this month, I've decided to move it to the weekly spreads, and it'll go here. Now for these, for work and projects, I use a stencil with 5 squares. These will roughly fit in between 4 of the dots here. So what I do is I line this up until I can see that I've got dots in the corners of all 5 of these squares. I pull it down just until I can't see the dots anymore. And then I use my ballpoint and I just make 5 squares. And they're roughly within the center of the dots. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. In fact, if it looks a little too precise, people will think you bought it pre-made, and the whole idea is it's supposed to be for you anyway. So why aren't you letting people look at your bullet journal, for crying out loud? Okay, so I'll do one for our private projects. Now the weekly projects, when I put projects here, these have to be specific projects. If projects, I mean work on YouTube, well, that's too general. That can go at the beginning of the month. I have spreads at the beginning of the month like this, where I have my horizons of focus, where I have projects, and then every so often I will put down here, I didn't do it for January because I did it in December, of where my other horizons of focus are, what my higher level goals are, what I plan to do in the next few years. I'll probably do that for February, just so I can check myself. Now let me explain the other parts of this. The weekly summary, this is what's happened during the week. Okay, what I'm doing is anything that happens during one of the days, just to show you. This is Monday, January, and that would be the 18th. So January 18th. Okay, and I also put some things here. I'm going to make some more boxes here. There. Here I'm only going to put in 4 boxes. What I'm doing here is I'm tracking every day that I'm doing things that I like to do, things that give me pleasure, that make me feel like I've done something that is something that I enjoy. And I have a list of those things at the beginning of the month. That can include anything that you want, just things that you want to make sure you do every day. You pick 4 from a list of however many that you put down. I happen to have like 20 odd. Everything from doing a jigsaw to taking a walk to reading a book to playing the ukulele. Whatever will make you relax, whatever will do the best things for you, that's how I track that. And then middle of the page, I'm going to add some circles here. I'm using the same kind of thing. I find some dots in the upper corner, move it down, and I'm drawing 4 circles. And I get 4 circles a day. And this is another tracking, meds AM, meds PM, because I have to take medication twice a day. And then I have some topical stuff for my hands, so I write hands AM, hands PM. And I do this month to month. As soon as I don't need to use the stuff on my hands, these will go away. Okay. And so work is more, for me, work is more the things that I need to specifically focus on. What are the items at work that we are trying to release? What are the things that we are trying to accomplish this week at my job? Projects are a lot more specific. Like instead of saying YouTube, I'd write release YouTube video on such and such topic. Get such and such done. Finish blah, blah, blah. If it's something that's a little more vague or a little more topic-oriented, it should go further in the month. Now, for the meal planning, what I do here is I'm going to make these squares a little more freeform. I'm not going to be using the stencil for these. So I'm going to just going to write these out by hand. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Hi, I did the math right. Excellent. Okay, so then I put the actual dates. So this is the 18th, then 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And then as I go, I write here in pencil at first. And then after because that allows me the opportunity to shift things around. Like if I plan to cook and then don't, I can erase that, move it around until I've actually finished it, in which case then I'll erase it and rewrite it in pen. Or I can just leave it in pencil. That's my option. And then the weekly summary is just things that I've done, things that I want to make sure I remember that is culled from the daily pages. And then at the end of the week, or sometimes in the middle of the week, I'll see what's on here, and anything that I want to be on my monthly page over here, I will then transfer to the monthly page just to keep track of it. Because my monthly pages, or my monthly spread, the month collection, for me is more a record of what I did during that month, so I can flip back to it. I don't use it for anything like that, like to do scheduling. That's what the daily pages are for. So that is my weekly spread. That's my weekly summary spread. And currently what this allows me to do is continue adding projects down this way. I don't normally need to do that, so I might come up with something else to track here sometime. If I make any more changes, I will be happy to do some more bullet journaling videos for you. So anyway, if any of this resonates with you, go ahead and use it. One last thing, I do put a flag here. So this is just one of those simple post-it flags that you can get at Staples or Target or wherever, just to make it easier to find the current week. Since it starts tomorrow, since I go Monday to Sunday, I went ahead and I moved it anyway, since I just need to turn back a page to today. So anyway, that's my weekly spread. If that helps you, please use any of that. If it doesn't, I hope you at least enjoyed watching my progress and my process. See you all again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.